If you'd like to, you could. You know, request, I don't know. In any case, Michelle Bachmann. The hurricane was a message from God. Clip number 4, Jacob. This is Michelle Bachmann.
I don't know how much God has to do to get the attention of the politicians. We've had an earthquake. We've had a hurricane. He said, are you going to start listening to me here? Listen to the American people.
Well, Michelle Bachmann speaking on behalf of God, and oddly, her God thinks that we should spend less money on poor children, less money on hungry kids, less money on elderly people, less money on healing the sick, less money on caring for those who are in need. I'm wondering, who is Michelle Bachmann's God? Maybe you have some insights. Give us a call. I'd love to hear that. In fact, she said that the Glenn Beck, in fact, came out and called this hurricane that just happened a blessing. Why? Here's his quote. He said, how many warnings do you think you're going to get, and how many warnings do you deserve? This hurricane is coming through the East Coast. For anyone in the East Coast who's been listening to me say, food storage. Well, I realize this is like, one of the big Mormon things, have a year's worth of food stash in your basement, but he says, if you waited, this hurricane is a blessing. It is a blessing. It is God reminding you, as was the earthquake last week. This is Glenn Beck. And what's their message? Starve the hungry. Don't heal the sick. Forget about those who are in poverty and who are going to end up in prison. Don't educate children who need it. Rick Perry comes along and he says, Social Security, which, by the way, is going to be solvent for at least 27 years and will be able to pay 80% of benefits forever after that. And if you simply eliminate the cap so that people making over $106,800 a year pay the same amount into it as somebody making, say $5,000 a year, if you simply eliminate the cap, it's solvent forever. Rick Perry lying about Social Security.
I see the Social Security as a program that was put in place to help people after they retired. But we need to have a conversation with America, just like we're having right here today, and admit that it is a Ponzi scheme for these young people. It is, the idea that they're working and paying into Social Security today, that they're under the current program, but it's going to be there for them, is a lie. It is a monstrous lie on this generation. It was a retirement program, and actually it's turned into a tax now.
Yeah, no, actually it wasn't a retirement program, and it's not a tax now. It is an insurance program against poverty in old age and disaster at any time in your life, Rick Perry, you idiot. 1/3, I shouldn't personalize it like that, you uninformed fellow. Fully 1/3 of the payments that Social Security makes are literally to widows, orphans, and the disabled. That's not retirement. That's insurance. It's Social Security insurance. And it's solvent, and it's doing just fine, thank you very much, until you guys get your grubby little hands on it and turn it over to Wall Street, who will do to it like they did to Spain and Portugal and just rip its economic heart out and pay themselves billions in the process. 19 minutes past the hour.